Let's go with dark. What do you have for us?
Okay, we have a
This guy
we
pulled
have
it. This guy
another
pulled an audible. How dare
we
you?
have another entry in what we're not gonna call Round Eye Roundup, but it's we got Splinter Cell Deathwatch. Um,
All right, white boy.
it's not. I'm allowed to say that. That's my
All right,
word.
Guilo. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So this is a
Okay,
Netflix.
let
This
me
is a
ask.
Netflix
Was this
animation
written by
series.
Tom Clancy? Let me ask, real quick.
I
He's
don't think
dead.
Tom Clancy's
He's
been dead,
dead.
so he hasn't been writing.
But Tom
He hasn't been
Clancy wrote
writing
Splinter Cell. So is this
shit.
Tom Clancy Splinter
This
Cell or just
is
Splinter
Tom
Cell?
Clancy's Splinter Cell
Oh
Deathwatch.
no!
So yeah.
What's the studio? Who the fuck is the studio
So
behind
this
this?
is a large but not like prolific as far as I understand. French studio
Like
with
Asahi?
a Danish
Okay.
studio support. This is French
Jesus
studio
Christ.
Studio Faust or Faust Studio F-O-S-T.
Yeah.
With
Spire,
assistance
is this
by
allowed?
Sun Creature Studio.
Spire, is this allowed? They're
We
not
covered
Japanese.
we covered
Yeah,
we covered
Poppy
after
Mythic.
all,
fucking League of Legends
Million
Poppy
games.
Mythic.
Sorry, Berserk was half British or wherever
That's
Militancy
true.
or Demba came from.
Wasn't
Remember? Because
Poppy
one of
Mythic
them was.
also part French? Was it?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, so this is also written by, funny you should say written by. Who's this written by? This is written by Derek Kolstad, David Deitch, and Katie J. Stone, who also, well, actually, there's a lot of writers. But the main writers and the main writer, Derek Kolstad, on this is the writer of all of the John Wick movies, as far as I understand.
What's the one with
Um,
the dog?
All of them?
oh
The the
yeah,
the, o- the old guy with the dog. Uh,
John Wick,
no, the Russian guy with the dog. That one. That's also John Wick. The
Russian
Russian
guy with
old
the
guy with
dog.
the
Is that
dog and the plate
Sisu?
and the nuke. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Is that also him?
I think so. I think that's also Derek Kolstad, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you
Um,
watch Sisu?
I did not watch Sisu yet. No.
You should.
Derek Kolstad also did Nobody. No, he did not do Sisu. I think Sisu might be the stunt director from John Wick.
I think some of the producers are on it.
Yeah, probably the same producers. Yeah, I mean, all of these people are also like co-executive producers and shit with each other. And then this is directed by I mean, I'll say the names, but it's not like these are prolific people. This is actually like this is their directorial debuts, which is kind of crazy.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to say this name. I think this is a French name where it's like Felicien Comedage and Guillaume Douce.
Yeah. Guillaume Deuce. Yeah.
Yeah, Guillaume Douce. And yeah, so like I said, this is a pretty like not unknown studio, but this is a studio. I think they normally do like shorts and like product stuff and things like that. And like a lot of their animations are really good. Um, but this being like their debut is kind of crazy, right? I believe
I'm also
also
surprised that
Sun
it just
Creature
came
Studio is like the
out of nowhere
pre-production.
from France.
Yeah, right. I mean, France seems to be booming in a way with a lot
Well,
of
it's also like,
animation.
yeah, it's also like you have Splinter Cell, and then suddenly it's just like, by the way, there's like a French studio doing this, and it's like, oh, okay, because
Yeah.
it is
You say
Ubisoft, but
that.
still,
You
yeah.
say that like North American animation has like any breath left in its lungs at all.
That
It's
is
just
true.
Yeah,
it's
it
dead.
seems to be like everything like for Western animation, it's like France
Yeah,
is
it's all France
like
basically.
hot now. Oh. Um yeah,
What's
and
wrong with Dispatch, near? Does that count? Is Dispatch a
Dispatch not
North
a French.
American?
I wouldn't be surprised if Dispatch is a French studio.
I don't know. I haven't looked at Patch, so
But yeah, so this series is this is about I don't have any synopsis in front of me obviously because I'm like going through like IMDb and shit to pull up these names.
There's no A&M page for this, by the way, so I apologize
Yeah,
to
so
people out there.
oh, you know what? I'll read the 2-sentence
We're
Netflix
not
one
an
and give
anime,
some more.
Dark. Got you.
So,
Yeah.
in the shadowy world of espionage, Sam Fisher
Oh my god.
Sam Fisher is a rumor and a legend. Pulled back into action, he must help a new recruit unravel a global conspiracy. Really not that global of a
Does do
conspiracy,
that. Does do that.
TBH. But yeah, so basically there is a newer, what do you call it? A newer agent in Fourth Echelon. It kind of cold opens with her being like, her losing someone obviously close to her who was undercover, and then immediately like not blowing her cover, but getting injured by like killing everyone who killed this obviously like undercover agent. There you go. And then long story short, she winds up happening upon, or not happening upon, but she manages to track down while injured Sam Fisher, living in the middle of like nowhere in Poland. He nurses her back to health, kills a bunch of people who are coming after her, gets roped back in by Grimm, the usual cast. And basically, this story turns into a not direct sequel, but a like further off sequel of Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. So this is not even like a direct sequel of like, oh, it goes from like Blacklist to this or something. They were like, nah, let's just do fucking Chaos Theory. And Sam is like even older. So yeah, Sam is very old in this. He has a weird ponytail thing that he eventually shaves because it looks like poop. And then and yeah, he just like he kicks ass. And the story, I'm not gonna really like spoil a lot of it, but it gets into the children of Shetland, who, if you know, was one of the the biggest or the main antagonist of what do you call it? Of the Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. And it's like the fallout basically of Sam killing him. Shetland being a US military vet who got dishonorably discharged, who was with Sam during I believe it was Afghanistan, like early Iraq and Afghanistan or something, and then went on to be like a global like arms dealer and sort of like shadowy like terrorist guy / CEO of a PMC. Basically trying to take down, I believe he's essentially like Senator Armstrong before Senator Armstrong, I think, if you really think about it. Where he kind of just wants to uproot a lot of
like a
the
defector
American
basically.
government.
That's like the American system is rotten to its core and it fucking stripped down.
Yeah, it needs to be overridden.
But people like Armstrong.
Very true.
That's true. Yeah.
Who would win a fight, Armstrong or this guy?
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Yeah, I think Armstrong with the nanomachines. Shetland kind of just gets shot. Yeah. Spoiler alert: you just shoot him in Chaos Theory.
Yeah, you kind of just shoot him in the face.
So wait, is this canon to like
yes, 100%?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask that too, actually. Yeah, good question.
This is a canon installment into Splinter Cell. Obviously, like the game, like whatever next game we get could take place at any point in any part of the timeline of Splinter Cell. Like that is something a lot of people don't really consider.
But he's old.
Is that like? Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Sam is really old now.
Yeah, so like they could make it take place like immediately after Blacklist, like before Blacklist, before Conviction. Like it really doesn't matter. Like at this point, I feel like. But yeah, so like I said, it takes place. The main focus is the kids. And yeah, so you have Diana and Charlie Shetland and sort of the they're to do with their new company, which is taking over Shetland's like PMC company, and Diana's trying to turn it into like a green energy thing. But really, what's their end game? You know, is what Sam's asking himself the whole time. And yeah, story wise and stuff, it's a really good, a really good story. It's a really good like Splinter Cell story. It's paced very well. It's directed very well. Um, I think the character dialogue, like the actual like dialogue itself, is written really well. And like that aspect of it is really fun. Yeah, I
Now
don't
for the
think
real question.
I don't really think we'll see where we are getting a season 2 of this. It's already confirmed as well.
Yeah.
As far as games go, I would be really surprised if they like if this is not like kind of the latest in the timeline that we see, and the game and whatever games we get take place much earlier.
Wasn't
Because
there an
like I
open
said,
world
Sam.
Splinter Cell?
We're not getting a game.
No,
Let's
you're
be real.
probably thinking of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which had like
Okay,
a whole
okay.
Splinter Cell DLC in it. I think Wildlands had a DLC too.
Yeah.
So is this? Can I ask just a real quick question? By the way, is this supposed to be aimed towards pretty much just hardcore fans of the Splinter Cell series, or is this like a
So it's
general audience
weird.
kind of
So
thing?
they have a lot of flashbacks. They have a good like enough flashbacks to explain who the Shetlands are, and who Shetland was, and they recreate like some of the Chaos Theory scenes, um, which was really cool. But I will say it is a little confusing if you have no context to what the fuck Splinter Cell is, because they don't really get into it. Like I do like how they cover it, because it's like you can still understand what's happening and who people are.
Yeah.
But they don't go like, "Oh, I'm Grimm's daughter. Here's who I am. I'm blah blah blah. Like I'm this, I'm that." They don't immediately go like, "I'm Diana Shetland. I'm the daughter of fucking man from Chaos Theory." So like you can gather up like what it is, like who Sam Fisher is, like what Fourth Echelon is, like the way Fourth Echelon's even introduced at one point is another character who gets like brought in, like this hacker man. Um he gets like brought into Fourth Echelon by Grimm from Canada. Um And he's like, and she goes like, like I'm with Fourth Echelon, and he's like, I heard you guys were just a rumor. Um, so it's like, there's dialogue like that where it's like they don't go like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're Fourth Echelon, we're like a super secret fucking spy espionage thing.
Right. There's some like you
But they do
kind of have
enough.
to know some of it, right?
Yeah. They do enough. Like you don't need to know anything because it'll fill you in, but like knowing all of it obviously makes it significantly easier to follow, and also you have more of an attachment to the characters anyway. Um, but yeah, I guess the next thing to really get into would be the audio visuals. I'll
Mhm.
start with the voice cast just to get kind of like a little bit of the rougher stuff out of the way. I think so Sam Fisher is not being voiced by Michael Ironside in this, which is kind of sad.
To be fair, he hasn't.
Mm,
But
He
he
hasn't
hasn't been
voiced
doing.
Sam in like
Yeah,
15 years.
he hasn't voiced Sam, and I don't really think he's been doing a whole lot of voice work recently. Like I think he is just
No.
basically retired at this point. Um, which is fine, right? Like this would be rough work. And Ironside's like voice, like I feel like his voice in general, regardless of his natural state of sounding, like that's got to be rough to deliver lines for a very long time. Um, but I think so. Sam in this is being voiced by Liev Schreiber of Sabretooth fame / Ray Donovan / some other voice work. And Liev's voice work is usually pretty good to very good.
Oh wait, he's Sabretooth? I thought he was Juggernaut. Who was I
Yeah,
thinking?
no, he's not Juggernaut. No, yeah, Liev Schreiber is Sabretooth. But there are some hiccups in this where like the directing was definitely way off, where like he'll deliver like what's supposed to be like a dry sarcastic line to someone, and it just comes off very monotone and as if they took like lines from scenes that either weren't finished storyboarding or from a longer line that they kind of like cut and just like slapped in there. So it like he delivers, I forget what the line is, but he delivers like a really dry, like sarcastic line on a plane to someone, and it sounds like way too straight, um, way too flat, and it literally sounds like he's like almost going to say something else, and they just like cut it. Um,
So
so like
sound
that was
direction
kind of
issue.
sad. Yeah, I think it was more of like a directing issue because there's a lot of
Yeah,
scenes
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
there are
yeah.
some scenes where like even Grimm does that and Grimm is being voiced by fucking um Jeanette Varney, who has obviously a massive amount of fucking voice work like experience, like even more than Leave. So like she's like fucking Cora. She's I think she might even be is she the regular Grimm? Like is she the Grimm voice actress too?
Not
Janet-
sure.
but yeah, she might even be the original no, okay, she's not. But either way, like Janet Varney or Jeanette Varney is like insanely like experienced. So her having like awkward scenes leads me to believe it's more of a directing or like
Okay.
editing issue in post, taking lines where they probably shouldn't have. Um but overall, I think Leaf actually does a pretty good job as Sam. In the scenes when he goes like much lower as older Sam, I think he sounds very good. I think he also sounds pretty good like as younger Sam too in flashbacks. Even though obviously like Sam still sounded like fucking Michael Ironside when he was a younger Sam during
Yeah.
during all the other games, but I do think he kind of can do like a higher and a lower older and uh intonation very well. We also have I mean everyone does like a pretty killer job in a lot of their scenes too. Like you have
Mhm.
what do you call it? Just like a lot of like games and animation VAs playing the other characters. I think I mean, and also you have as Charlie Shetland, you have Alex Lee, who, you
Go.
know, Alex Lee
He's in
somehow
everything now.
able is both in everything and somehow able to speak after voicing fucking Daredevil in Marvel Rivals.
I don't know how he does it,
He
man.
still has his vocal cords to this day. So, against all odds. But yeah, so like I said, a lot of this stuff is pretty good. Uh,
Mhm.
I think moving on from the voice work, the audio visuals are fucking insane. Um, this is
Very smooth.
one of the I think best looking shows I've seen in a while, and I think this is the best looking Western animation like series I have seen in a very long time, and like stylistically. Like
Mm.
sometimes this series fucks me up because it looks a little bit like some of the character art looks a little bit like Facade. Um, the text game where you type to the two people when you enter their home from like 10 years ago. They get Facade lips from time to time. But as far as line work, as far as how this show is animated, it is absurd. There are a lot of scenes when you literally cannot tell if it is CG or 2D, and it is definitely CG though.
Oh shit.
Like the way it moves. And
Yeah, the way it has to be. Like,
the blending is fucking nuts. Like even this, like this is a still of Sam. I'm gonna post in the DM. Like this is a still of Sam, and when he moves, you can tell that this is like blended CG, like insanely blended CG.
Isn't that Omni Man
Yeah,
before?
oh yeah, that's good. That's a good
yeah.
balance. Yeah,
There is so much in this, like when
that's
characters are
really good.
typing and stuff, like that's like super super blended CG, and it looks amazing. Um,
Mm.
yeah. it is a looker. I described it as like a lot of the scenes in this. I was like, this is like what people gaslight me into trying to pretend like fucking what's it called looks like Invincible, which like obviously Invincible does not.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know
Whereas
what you
like is this
mean.
like this is
Yeah,
what people try and tell me Invincible looks like.
this is what people think it looks like. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's like
But
no,
it does
like
not. Yeah.
you haven't seen this.
Would you say you know how this is pretty much like months and months and years of like in-house 3D CG blending efforts? Like we've
Oh,
seen that sort of
100%
progress,
because
right?
like this is
You
what
think
like
it's like
Faust has looked like this apparently. Like I looked up
Mhm,
some of their other stuff and like like a lot of their animation work looks like this. Um
mhm.
and it's like okay, so you guys like are crazy. Like you guys go kind of nuts with this. And a lot of the choreography is really fun and very solid. Get a lot of really cool like there's a lot of really cool fight scenes with a lot of really good like arm breaks and a lot of really good creative like momentum. It's hard to describe. I mean, if you want to check this out, this is like one of the opening fights, which I think is genuinely like one of the weaker ones as well. Um but yeah, this is with the I linked at the opening with the main character Zinnia, who is the newer agent. But you can tell like in motion in this, like this shit looks crazy, in my opinion. Like I think this shit looks absolutely absurd. Um,
Oh
and
man, it looks really good. It looks like that's like 100% like at the very leading edge, like bleeding edge of what we have right now. I think with our
yeah,
technology, because it's like
like because like the way it looks, I'm like stylistically, like this shit should
because
not.
each frame, yeah, each frame when you pause it, you're like, this looks like it would be 2D. But then when you like press play, it's just like, oh, the movement is quite clearly 3D.
Yeah. So yeah, like I
So
would love to see a full breakdown of um
Yeah,
like
behind the
every
scenes kind
single
of.
like layering of this.
Hmm,
Um
hmm.
so
yeah.
you're saying it's better than One Dance?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little
Um
bit.
and yeah, so like the um what would you call it? There's a lot of also like obviously like the thing I linked is like has like a lot of cuts in it, but this scene as well, like all of the directing in this is like really really good. Like there's so many fun fights. And what I linked to you, there's like a fight where she like kills a bunch of people, like a bunch of guards in front of who are watching like a football game, and you really just like it the camera is focused on the TV as like blood splatters and occasionally like people are like moving in front of the TV during the fight and getting like shot and stabbed and whatnot um while you're just like
I, l-
focusing on the TV.
I like that you called
Mm.
it football. You're very worldly to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, Sam gets shit for that later because he calls it soccer, and they're like, if you call it soccer, they're gonna know you're not from fucking Europe. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Well,
yeah,
it's like that
so
scene in Inglorious Bastards where it's like the three fingers are held up, but it's like held up in the wrong way. It's like that.
but yeah, so like there's a lot of shots like that because again, like a lot of this is like John Wick influence, John Wick like people working on it. Um, and so there are a lot of cool scenes like that.
Hmm, hmm.
And yeah, like I said, just an incredible looker. Uh the sound design is really good. Um it's just very good in that sense. The like mixing and stuff is really nice. The sound effect choices they use for guns is really good. Obviously there are several scenes where they do the night vision um the night vision sound. You know the one. They really milk that. I will say spoiler, minor spoiler, they milk that a lot in the final episode.
Iconic, bro.
Yeah, the final two episodes, by the way,
Good.
literally called Chaos Theory Part 1 and Chaos Theory Part 2. So,
Okay.
yeah, so a lot of really good stuff there. The background and environmental work as well. Looks really, really good. And yeah, there's a lot of detail that they do in certain scenes. There's a scene where early on, that's a really cool shot as well, where, like someone gets their like tooth that had a thing in it ripped out. And then when like, the bad guys go to check the body to see like what did they do to it, to this person we were trying to torture and get information out of. They open his mouth and like our shot is from the inside out. So like the camera's inside of his mouth and you just get like the light coming through.
Oh, you get the perspective. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so
exactly.
it's like it's
Speaking of
really good.
teeth,
And the
why
painting
does
on
everyone?
it's amazing. Why does everyone keep stuff in their teeth? Because it's hard to get out.
Uh, can
What do you
I
think
can I
hurts?
also
What do you think hurts more, having a tooth pulled or or a tooth rotated?
rotated? Maybe.
Right. I,
Probably rotated, honestly. That's
probably
kind
both
of
like
crazy.
equally kind of bad, man.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Near, yeah, near Near and Spire are the experts now in teeth.
Not really.
We did get anesthesia,
they
but
did.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask two questions real quick. What? Oh, I was gonna. Uh, oh yeah. So does the production quality, the animation quality, does this sustain itself throughout the
Oh,
episodes? And
100%.
secondly, how many episodes is this?
So this is 8 episodes. The first
Okay,
several are, I think, 40-ish minutes long.
that's
And
still
then
very
the rest are like, the usual like 18, 19 without an opening.
yeah.
But yeah, no, the production stays like insane,
That's very
which is
impressive.
crazy. Like there are episodes
Yeah.
where I'm like, this looks even better. Like how
Mhm.
how are you doing this? Like you're one upping yourself still? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah,
Okay.
like it's awesome. There are a lot of really cool kills in it. There's a lot of really brutal kills.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of really good fights.
Okay.
There's a lot of characters
Um,
whose like
You need
villains.
to acknowledge the elephant in the room.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dark. Bring it up.
that it's that is woke. It's
That it's
Splinter Cell
woke.
Death
It's
woke. Yeah,
woke
because
garbage.
is it
fucking
happening on social media? I want to hear this.
I wasn't gonna
so
say that.
I didn't see anything on social media because I stay away it now. But yeah, Zinnia is a black woman. And
Oh,
she
that's
is
woke
the
nonsense.
new Splinter Cell agent. And she is really fucking cool. Especially later
Get
on
that
too.
woke shit out of there, please.
Yeah.
No black people in my Western anime.
Yeah.
My
Couldn't
question was,
possibly.
who would win in a fight?
Oh. What do you mean, Zinnia or Sam? Like the new girl or Sam?
Yeah, I mean, sure. We can start from there and move on.
I mean, probably Sam. Well, it depends, right? Because Sam's old as hell. Like Zinnia fucks people up in this. Like her and Sam both like really fucking destroy people. Like,
No, I mean, oh, fine. So Sam would win, you're saying? Okay.
probably.
Then who would win in a fight, Zinnia or who would his protege be? Raiden, I guess.
I think Raiden, bro. I don't think Sam Fisher's beating Raiden. Call
Yeah,
me
because
crazy.
if Zinnia is Sam Fisher's protege, then Raiden is Solid Snake's protege, right?
In
Jack?
a way, yeah.
I don't even
All
know
right.
if
Raiden's
fucking
kind
yeah,
of
but I don't even know if fucking Snake could beat Raiden like on a good day. Like, what are we
Yeah,
talking
no.
about? Raiden
Yeah.
throws
Okay.
Metal Gears around.
Well, that's. I mean, so does Big Boss.
Mm,
Ah,
Remember, you remember Peace Walker when Peace Walker tries to crush you?
yeah.
Snake can throw it off.
Okay,
yeah,
man.
he doesn't really like lift up like Metal Gear Ray by its fucking like blades and throw it. Like,
Yeah, they try to squish him with like a tread or like a foot, and he throws it off. Isn't
Yeah.
that cool? But yeah,
Raiden also stops an entire like freight ship at one point. So,
wasn't it an island? I guess.
Yeah,
Floating
the
out
fucking
Outer
Outer Haven.
Haven. Yeah.
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 Okay. Now my real question: who would win in a fight, Sam Fisher or Solid Snake?
All right, can we not
that
go on this
one's
tangent,
actually tough.
please? All right.
That one is actually tough.
Okay.
All
All right. Anyways,
but yeah, so like I said,
yeah.
all of that shit amazing. The directing, like
Mhm.
I think everything about this series is incredible except for some of the voice directing. Which is unfortunate, but a
Okay.
lot of the voice
Including the
directing
plot
is
too,
also
right?
fine.
Is what you're
Yes.
saying?
So like the plot is not super in depth, right? But it is a
Yeah.
Splinter Cell plot, and
Yeah, I
it
mean,
is very
Splinter
fun.
Cell plots have always been
Mhm.
like, "There's a terrorist out there, Sam. You
Yeah.
need to stop him
And it's
now."
and it
Yeah.
is wonderful the way they do it,
Yeah.
right? You have like Russian terrorists and shit that you're just like you barely know their names, but now like their image is burned into my head. And I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
no, these are like classic like Splinter Cell / like, you know, espionage movie villains.
Right.
And it's wonderful. And yeah, like I said, just no like zero complaints really about that. Trying to think if there's anything else. The OPs and EDs, it's Netflix, so they're like not remarkable.
Yeah.
It's the
I was
usual
about to
Netflix
ask, like,
nonsense.
yeah, I was about to ask you, where's the anime opening for Splinter Cell? Please,
God, dude, it would have been
redeem.
so awesome if they did an actual opening.
Is there
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
is there at least a title card like Invincible or no?
Yeah, there's like a Splinter Cell Deathwatch like title card at the end of the opening and stuff like that.
So when someone says Splinter Cell Deathwatch or
No,
Deathwatch
they do
shows up.
not. They do
Oh,
not say that. That does
oh,
not
okay.
happen.
Like as a whisper.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Like I said, again, really, really good stuff. I'm very excited for season 2. I really hope that. I mean, obviously, like I do still love Devil May Cry. Um, I think easily
I
this
don't.
should win. I think easily this should win at the Game Awards this year.
You know,
Like
Last of Us is gonna
if
win,
Last of Us
bro.
Part 2, the live action wins at the Game Awards, I'm going to fucking scream. Because it doesn't deserve it whatsoever,
Yeah.
even from people who don't even know anything about the fucking series.
Wait,
But yeah,
wait. Wouldn't they be in different categories? Isn't
Nope.
this animation?
No,
What?
It doesn't matter.
Just best
It's
adaptation.
just game adaptation.
Oh,
Yeah.
but what about
Um,
what about Halo? Is that still going?
No,
I don't
no,
think that's up for anything.
no,
But
no.
yeah, so like I said, very, very good stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to really talk about. I don't think so, right? Like I don't really.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty like self-explanatory for those people who are getting into like the anime as is with enough knowledge of the franchise, right? Because it's like he says,
Yeah, I mean, I
it's
would
not like
recommend it. I would still recommend it for newcomers because I do think like you can still get into it. You can still understand what's happening. And this might
Mhm.
even be like a fun entry point to be like to see like this and then to go back and play like Chaos Theory and stuff.
Play the games, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. I guess Mal rating, please.
My rating for this, I don't know. Like obviously it has flaws, but I would be lying if I said I wouldn't give this a 10.
Yeah, you'd be remiss if it was like because the other points would be
I
very good, right?
have to give it a 10. Like even like this
Yeah,
popped up in my feed
you
like
could
how
give it a
can I
nine point
not
five,
get
right? Or
something that
something.
looks
Yeah,
like this? Like how could I not give this
right.
a 10? Like
Yeah,
this is
it's
some
definitely at the
shit
bleeding edge.
like this is some shit where it's like, yeah, no, this is literally pushing the medium forward. Like this
Yeah,
is
for sure.
insane. Like, yeah, especially like if you watch this like even this 1 minute clip, like it's kind of absurd what they did here. Like between like some rotoscoping, some 3D CG blending, some like just all of it is just very, very cool. Very good.
Yeah.
If Sam wants to be stealthy, why is his hair white? He should dye it black or blue.
Well, he used
All
to
right.
wear a
Well,
mask.
Oh yeah, that's true.
anyways, thank you, Dark, very much. Um, and this is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Deathwatch. It was a little bit off the beaten road. I mean, beaten road in terms of like the Japanese focused anime industry in general. This is actually not on Anime News Network. It is on IMDb though. 8 episode series. Did it release all at once from Netflix?
I
It released all at
believe
once.
I think it did.
Think
I
so.
want to say I want to say it did because
I
it's
think
like
most
I
of
didn't
these.
hear anything about it, and then like I pulled it up and they're like, oh, it's new and it's trending, and it's all out. So
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think I definitely didn't miss this shit by 8 weeks.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it at the very least released in very large chunks if it didn't.
Yeah, like the standard like 4-4 or
Yeah,
something
they
like
might have
that
done either
usually.
4-4, maybe they did like the 2 longer episodes and then like 2 more and then like the 4
Mm-hmm.
final or something.
Yeah. But yeah, it is 8 episodes total, and not only is it a good introduction, not only is it a good series to watch for new and old fans of Splinter Cell alike, but the very animation is just really pushing the boundaries of where the anime industry needs to go. So if you are interested in any of those, please do check it out.